They went 2-0 up within 17 minutes and we were like, oh, Morning squad, welcome back to another episode of Project Realise. I'm Ryan Sharkey. I'm trying to realise my potential in football and play professionally. Since we last spoke, there were 3 games on the schedule for me and Lisburn Distillery Football Club in the 3rd division of Northern Irish football. The first one, it was against Banbridge Town, who we had played earlier in the season. That was a game we won 1-0 where Ryan McNichol scored in the 98th minute, but we had dominated them that game. So we were obviously expecting to come in today to dominate again, and the game begins, and strangely we're not dominating that much. In that first game they were sitting pretty deep, and this one they were just playing higher up the pitch and they were playing better for it. And so we weren't dominating, they weren't dominating, but they basically went 2-0 up within 17 minutes and we were like, oh excuse my French, might beep that out. I don't know the rules here on YouTube, I'm still new. Went 2-0 down early in the game, and slowly but surely we started to crawl back into the game and get more of a foothold in the game. Just before half time, Big Jangus gets taken down in the penalty box and we get a penalty. George steps up and slots it in the bottom left. So it's 2-1 just before half time. And second half starts how the first half ended. We had more of a foothold in the game, and then we got another goal back in the 54th minute. So that was 2-2. I think Ryan McNichol scored that one. We just continued the same way. In the 77th minute, young Jack Berry on loan from Cliftonville, the 1st division team, he gets the ball out in the right, cuts in and scores a peach with his left foot. If I don't put a clip of the other goals, I'll definitely put a clip of this one because it was so nice. That's how the game ended, 3-2 Lisburn Distillery. So it was a good win, tougher than we expected, but pleased all the same. And the next game that was meant to be on the schedule was for that following Friday, the 19th of January. It was meant to be against Rathfryland in the evening on the Friday, but the pitch was frozen, so the match was cancelled. And then last Saturday, which is the 3rd game since we last spoke, is against Queens. Hopefully this wind isn't too much of an issue, but we'll roll with it. We got smacked by them 4-0 at home earlier in the season, but we knew we didn't have a good game that day, so we were coming in confident and ready to basically get a win. Game starts, we're getting lion's share of the possession. Our pitch is quite small, so there wasn't a ton of football being played on the ground. It was a lot in the air, but we were doing well, had more of the ball. And then in the 24th minute, I believe, Big Jangus, our centre back, falls to him from a corner. Ball just drops at his feet and he just, like a seasoned veteran striker, he just sticks it in the back of the net. So go on, Jangus. Yeah, that was awesome. He's a top lad as well, so love to see it. The game continued. We were on the front foot definitely for most of the first half. Then it's 1-0 to us at half time. Start the second half, they start to get more of a foothold in the game. They're hitting more balls into the channels for their strikers to chase and putting our centre backs under pressure, and it just got them up the field and they just had more pressure that way, and I just felt like they had more men in midfield and they just started to dominate the game a bit more. But still 1-0 to us. Maybe in about the 60th minute we get a penalty. One of our guys steps up but hits it and the keeper saves it. Unfortunately, happens sometimes with penalties, can happen to anyone, but we were obviously disappointed. Then the game continues. About the 77th minute they get a goal back, so it's 1-1, and then there's no real serious chances after that and the game ends 1-1. So Queens, obviously they beat us 4-0 earlier in the season and they're up chasing promotion. I think they're 3rd at the minute, so it shows like where we want to be. The fact that we're disappointed with a 1-1 draw against the side that's approximately 3rd in the league. And so where does that leave us? There's 14 teams in the league, which is the 3rd division, Northern Irish football. We are currently 11th, so 11th out of 14. Doesn't sound too promising. Something to keep in mind is we have a few games in hand over all the other teams. We've only played 11. Most have played 13, 14. Some have played 16, like Banbridge. They've played 16, so they're a little bit ahead of us at the minute. But we're just going to take one game at a time and try our best to win each of those. If we win all 3, we'll be in a great position. If we win 2, we'll be in a solid position. If we win 1, it'll be okay. If we don't win any, we'll probably still be 11th. I think I've mentioned this a few times in the past few videos. I'm not starting at the minute, so I didn't start in those last 2 games. I did have a game game for the reserves last weekend, got 60 minutes under the belt, so it was great to get those minutes in, even if it's at a lower standard. On a team note, we're just going to keep taking each game at a time, trying to pick up points in every game, and then on an individual note, I'm just going to keep progressing with my lifting and my individual football training, and yeah, just become as good a footballer as I possibly can and earn my starting position back, and just keep progressing to try and realize my potential in football. So that's it for another episode. Any questions or whatever, stick it in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.